G'day guys, my name's Josh. You can call me Jawoodle and welcome back to 7 Days to Die, where we're back in Jawoodle Park in Alpha 20 to build and test some more Blood Moon Horde bases, which I'm having a peach of a time with lately. This is my latest creation, still don't know the name of it yet, but it's a pit filled with fire that burns zombies to death, which worked an utter treat, and has got my juices flowing to continue to try and build things and work on how best to counter the new zombie AI. Specifically for today, the zombies now have a way too high chance to go into destroy everything mode. Anytime they take a fall, they have a chance to decide to destroy buildings rather than people, which isn't really how zombies should be, but that's the AI that we're dealing with as I build in what, B238 at the moment. So as it stands right now, that's what I'm dealing with. So what I want to do today is figure out if I can make the zombies stop going into destroy everything mode and make them cool off a bit. My terrible wink wink and nudge nudges aside, if you would like to join me on this adventure of finding the best Blood Moon Horde bases we can for 7 Days to Die, perhaps consider giving a tickle to that subscribe button down there. But what I want to do today, I'm going to borrow a design from way back when, back in Alpha 17, where I built the Pool of Death. It was effectively a corridor that was full of water that the zombies had to swim through. That was before there was the new zombie swimming mechanic. So if I can have them go up a pool of water and get sloshed out the other end like they're at 7-Eleven getting a Slurpee, perhaps that will stop them, because it's not like technically a fall, perhaps that will stop them going into destroy everything mode. That's the theory I have at the moment. It might not work out at all, but there's only one way to find out, and that is to get cracking on building the old Pool of Death. It's going to take a little bit to do if I can remember how to do it, but it should be pretty straightforward. I'm kind of going from memory. It's been several years, maybe even a couple of years. I'm not sure which the appropriate term for that is, but it's been a long time since I last built a Pool of Death. Give me the stairs. Give me that one. I don't think it was much more than this, to be honest. I think it was basically just like, it's a solid tube up above the ground. I can't build like a regular corridor with just supports because water physics in 7 days is utterly broken and just seeps through everything. So it's got to be solid, I'm pretty sure. At least that makes sense to me. Stick you all the way down to there as well. But I still need to have the elevation. Elevation is the key to all zombie pathing in Alpha 20. If they have to change the elevation to get to you, that's how they're going to go first. If this was flat on the ground, they'd just beat through a wall to get to me instead. But if they have to go up or down to me, they'll do that before they do anything else. I will actually build the regular kind of pyramid stairs I normally do on the ends to make it all nice and seamless for me. But we'll also need those kind of stairs too. Chuck you in, and chuck you in. As long as I can get the zombies up to where I need them quickly, then that's going to be good for me. So the zombies have access there, which is good. I could probably even go and get rid of that one, just put in the regular stairs. Might look a little funny, but kind of works out the same way anyway. I just want to get rid of any little snag points the zombies might have. Anywhere where they can run up and get themselves stuck and start beating on stuff. That one should be okay. I doubt they'll get stuck there, but the bigger gap down there would have caused a problem. And that should be enough, I think. So at the end of this, I'm still not sure, by the way, with the new swimming animation, if the zombies will even be killable while they're in the water. When they used to just like run through along the bottom, their heads would stick up so you could still kill them. But being underwater, not sure how it's going to happen, because I'm pretty sure like rounds don't penetrate liquids in this game. So I think from there, if I build a regular zombie dropper, because I know that works consistently, remove an extra variable from what I'm trying to do. If I build a zombie dropper, then build like a pool underneath. Even if they get sloshed over the end and go into destroy everything mode, they'll be in a pool of water. That might still stop them. So what I need is the wedgie boys. The wedgie boys, get a couple of you and a couple of your right angle friends as well, and make what we know works well. I'm talking a lot and over explaining things, I know, but I'm nervous about this. Often when I come in and build a base design, I'm relying on things that I kind of already know to be true, so I'm not particularly worried about it. But this time, I am worried about it because I don't know how it's going to react. The water's a bit of a mystery to me. What's also a mystery to me is how I always lose this one block in particular. Sod it. Give me you. That's the one I'm looking for. Copy shape. What are you bloody called? inside corner base. Every time I scan through the menu, I never bloody see it. So just get it from where I know it exists. Looking at this now though, I think it's one block too short. It's like up here is fine. Maybe I'll just put myself up on a pedestal on this side to get like maybe even like a downward fire angle. If I can shoot through water, then make headshots even easier. Yeah, no, this is totally deliberate. I meant to make it this size. That's all fine. Definitely planned that ahead and knew what I was doing. Give me the regular blocks. That's going to be fine, but I'm going to build the support column a little bit further back over this way. So if an occasional zombie, an errant zombie, does go and have a little crack at the concrete, it's not going to be disastrous to me. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'll build like a little awning reaching back over towards the slopey blocks. This should work okay. Just to really be a big goop of dick cheese, I'm going to put some very inviting stairs at the end of the tunnels. They see that? It's beckoning them, calling them in, be like, yes, no, it's fine. This is totally a way you can go. Nothing bad will happen to you until, I suppose they're already drowning, so something bad is already happening to them. Copy that rotation and stick you on that side. You can go there and you can go there. Tap R, by the way, to go back through the cycle rather than having to go and spin through all of them again. In fact, I don't actually think I need you. You can go away, give me just the regular blocks, copy that shape, and on face, there and then. Nice. So now, with some half blocks on top of that, I know that that's going to work a treat. Might need to just extend the doodle a little bit, and then underneath that, if I put a big pit filled with water, if they fall in... Now, I don't think Destroy Everything is triggered by them taking damage, that's why hay bales didn't work, but if they fall in, it might not count as a fall to them. I don't know, we'll see how it works. I'm just trying to like poke holes in the zombie AI as best I can and figure out what's going to work for me. Chuck in a couple of wedges just in here just to make it nice and aesthetically pleasing, as we always do. Got some nice rounded angles there and a little doodle as well. Nice. Okay. That is like the structure of that, the bones of that is exactly what I wanted it to be. I do need to dig a deep pit underneath this. But before I do, I'm going to fill this trench with water and just see how the zombies react to it. Because I'm curious, will they swim to the top and jump up on top of the walls and run all the way here? I just want to test some things before I get too far down the track and get surprised by something I'm not in a position to fix. Which means I need to get some water. Now, because I'm in creative, I can use these blocks, but I'll quickly show you how it works if you were playing this in-game. Got to make yourself a bucket and then find yourself a puddle. Somewhere in the world, there's usually puddles or like drainage ditches or whatever around most of the places, so finding water, not too much of an issue. But then, and this is something I learned a long time ago, the instinct here is to go full like Minecraft and chuck water on the bottom like that, but it doesn't really fill up the trench like you'd want it to. So what you want to do is chuck it onto the top block, chuck a couple of them down, it's filling up nicely. And we might need some more buckets actually. This is the downside of using water in 7 days, is it does take quite a lot of journeys and buckets don't stack, which despite being the most stackable item in the world, you can't stack buckets. Someone at the Fun Pimps, please fix that, because it drives me batty. You need to sort it out like that, chuck it in, and you can see it will slowly, once it figures itself out, start to fill up. There's water spilling out everywhere, but that's okay. So to keep going with the water, just aim for the top block, not the bottom, and you should get a good result, eventually. I've managed to fill it with water just at about the right height as well. Now, water doesn't actually stop you from hurting yourself. It's not like Minecraft where 1 or 2 blocks of water will mean you can fall from the sky and not hurt yourself. Like, if I fall from here, still gonna break my leg. If I went even further, I would just bloody die when I hit the bottom of it. Doesn't matter how deep the pond is, water won't really save you from if you're falling from ridiculous heights. So you can't bail out of your gyro, land in a puddle and be okay. But that is at about the right height so that when zombies are moving through, if I pop my camera out for a second, you can see, despite the fact I'm currently drowning, my nose and my mustache are still above the waterline. So if that was a zombie, I could still score some headshots on that. So that's going to be lovely dovely. All I want to do now is to see how the zombies run with it. I don't think they'll try and get up to me through this way. I think I'm high enough that their pathing shouldn't account for that. Let's get some Arlene's though. Get a couple of you. Please come over this way. Please come over this way. There we go. Good job, Arlene. Yep, you're running down into the water. So I just want to know what happens to you down there. Do you go up and path through the way I want you to? You're swimming along. Okay, that's fine, but annoyingly, only the very tippy tops of your skulls are poking through. I'll see if bullet penetrates in a second, but you fall. Neither of you guys went to destroy anything yet, although you're trying to get up the other way. I might need to make this. Oh no, that was destroy area. Yes, okay, there are a couple of them going into it. And you just did. She's on hang on a second. Hang on a bleeding second. So you are on destroy area for another 9 seconds. Why are you running the path then? Interesting. Yes, a couple of them swatted the column over here, but if they're on destroy everything and still running the path, it doesn't really matter, does it? I might need some more Arlene's. Arlene's, give me like a bunch more of you, and we'll run the same experiments, turn off the info, and see how you go. Because if you're going to keep getting tickled into that mode, but still running the path, it doesn't really matter if you're mad at me. That's very interesting. Although you two need to fuck off. I'm letting this run for quite a while, and none of them are really getting ticked off and trying to beat on stuff. They're all staying in approach target and targeting me. Ooh, I take it back. You've gone into destroy area. Although, is that because you like landed across another Arlene's head and landed outside the water? Again, only a couple of seconds, but the sheer majority of these clowns aren't going into it. In fact, that one there, quickly pause, that one there is destroy area, has path, and is still going back into the water corridor again. This is very interesting. This might have some potential. Yes, it's tedious as shit to carry 18,000 buckets of water from your nearest lake and pour it into a terrible physics engine that doesn't work for water. But if you can make it happen, it seems to work pretty good. I'm curious. This might have some potential here. I've gotten rid of all of the water in the channel up here because I want to know what the actual critical component of this is. Like, yeah, we can have a couple of things compounding the result, but I want to simplify this as much as I can to know what part is actually stopping the zombies from going into it. Are they falling into water and that's stopping the destroy area mode, or is it because they're coming out of water, or both? I want to know like which part of that is actually important. So I've gotten rid of all the water, and what I'm going to do is just under here, let's go down like 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go down 4 and go to there and just get rid of all of you. Replace blocks with air, all of that. Thank you very much. And fill that with water, which will take a while, again, to do. Don't want to make it too big, because, again, you have to place blocks on the side to get water to fill up properly. You can't just, like, chuck it in and it will, like, spread out as water normally would. 7 days water is utterly broken. But if I can fill that with water, may even be 1 too deep. I'll put some concrete on the bottom, make it a 3 deep trench. Fill that with water, see what the zombies do, because that might be the critical part. I'll need to build a way for them to get out of there, though, because they're not so good at swimming. I've got my pool nice and built, but because I'm not playing The Sims and just letting whoever goes in the pool just drown to death, I am weirdly going to put in some ladders. We'll go on this side and that side as well. Go all up the outside there too. Get it all nice and lovely-dovely, just like that. Gotta make it look good. Always gotta make things look good. Can't just have it built for function. Sometimes, all the time, gotta build it for form too. Just like that. Now, I know that zombies can climb ladders now. I know that dogs and stuff can't, like animals can't, so that's a bit of an issue, but we'll deal with that later on. Unless they've, maybe as part of like the ladder patch, they gave dogs the ability to climb ladders too. I'll test that in a jiffy, all the way around like that. And on the inside, we'll get some ladders. That looks like a good pool ladder. Chuck you in then. So they have a way to escape. They're just going to sit in here and swim around in circles for the rest of their short lives. That looks good, but just for a touch of niceness, as if it was like a nice pool, let's go blue. That one there. I'm going to paint the whole floor of the pool nice and blue, because that's why pools look blue, because they're usually painted blue or have blue tiles or whatnot. Not because there's enough water to look blue like the ocean. Get all of you done. There we go. That'll give it a nice tinge like we're on a summer holiday in Thailand. I take it back, actually. I was going to paint it all blue like that, but then I found this window texture that looks like blue tiles, so I'm going to change it all to that one. It's just little details that may not matter, but I'm going to do it anyway. Why not? I've got the water mostly placed, but there is this big divot in the middle here where I can't place the water because I can't attach it to the sides. But there is a way that I can get around that. In fact, that will just work like that. Just put some blocks over the top. This is an old trick from well ago, but it should hopefully still work for me. Go all the way along like that. That gives me a chance to place the water against that one out in the middle where normally I couldn't reach. All the way around like that. I might need to expand it a bit out to the sides actually, so I can place it there too. I can get rid of these blocks in a bit, use like frames or something like that if you're doing this without being in creative, but should still work. All the way down, place it all down all over again. Every block needs to be filled with water or else I don't think it's going to work for me. Nice, there we go. There's no more divots, so I should now be able to get rid of that structure over the top and all the water below it should stay in place. Oh, don't do that. Oh, thank God you didn't turn into rubble. If you turned into rubble, it'll leave a divot on the surface, but look at that. A little bit of block sacrifice. Now we have a nice, smooth, watery surface up above. That looks good enough to swim in and then also get out of. Up we go. Yep, no, we're good. Easy as that. All right, let's get some more Arlenes and see if that works out for me. Because if they let that pool looks bloody lush, I'm not gonna lie. Should build a swim up bar down there for them rather than a swim up snack like I am. But either way, I'll drop some Arlenes into it and see how they react, and hopefully that'll work out well. Go out here. Let's get like 10 Arlenes. I think should be enough. There we go. Come over this way, please, and see what happens to them. No, no. Already can destroy everything, Mo, for no bloody reason. You have a path, Arles. You're just being difficult, so you can piss off. You can too. I'm not curious about them. I'm curious about these guys. Have any of you guys gone to destroy anything yet? No? You're just drowning yourselves. Wasn't what I really anticipated happening down there, but apparently you just don't really want to come up for air. Normally that's a desirable trait, Arlene, but this isn't really the time for that. Look at yous. You're just hanging out in the water. Get out of there. So they just don't want to use the ladder to get out. I've broken the AI in 7 Days to Die before, but this might be the worst that I've done. Look at her. She's like completely cooked. She's not going anywhere. She's just hanging out at the bottom of the pool, trying to prove to her cool friends how long she can hold her breath for. You're almost on the ladder, but you're not really doing anything about it. So they've just given up. I'll fire the gun at the end to get their attention again, but they're just not doing anything. I've completely broken the zombie AI. I'm not even sorry. I'm not even bloody sorry. Get wrecked. All right, well, as fun as it is to have turned Arlene's brain into nothing but slices of cake, I'm going to get rid of all of them. Thank you. I'm going to have to fill in my pool, I think. I really like how it is, but it's just completely bricking the zombies, and I don't really want that. I want them to go back. I'm trying to stop them going into destroying everything, not just turn them into, well, zombies, effectively. They're like a proper zombie now, not like a ravenous one. So I'll get rid of the ladders over there and just fill in all of the pool. It's a sad day, except for one block on the top. I still want to know if them falling into water does anything. Or should I, before I do that then? No, because it's still too deep for them to escape. I'll try just being a 2-block pool instead of 3. Maybe it's just a little bit too deep for her. Arlene didn't have her floaties to go and trottle into the deep end, so I'll make it a little bit shallower for her and see if that changes the result a little bit. And just slowly work our way up. Rather than getting too excited too early, one step at a time. There we go. I've tried to make it even easier for the zombies than it already was. I've built like a proper shallows of stairs to get up and out of the pool after they're already down there. We'll get some Arlenes again, see how they go. Hopefully this one runs a little better for you than it did last time. No just drowning at the bottom of the pool, please. You've got to dip your toes in, test the waters before you dive in. Weak sauce. But they're all going in. Those ones are all broken, I don't know why, but so far, any of you has taken swings. You're in destroy area, and now you can get out of the pool. You're still coming over and tickling the column. Okay. So the pool's not working as good as I wanted it to. Or is it? Are they going into destroy area because they're landing on other Arlene's heads? That's probably more likely. Although, Hang on a second. Hang on. There's too many zombies. Too many cooks in the kitchen. I want less just to see if it's landing on someone else's head that's causing the problem or landing in the water that's causing the problem, which means I need to see it happen right in front of me. She's gone straight to the pool. Okay, none of you landed on heads. Are any of you in destroy block mode? No, not by the looks of things. So, no good data yet. They've all gone in. They all landed normally. No one's in destroy area mode yet. So maybe the pool does need to be deeper. So they land at the bottom and it's the floating Arlene's not causing me problems. Ooh, okay. The pool might need to be deeper again. Maybe it was just the fact they didn't have the stairs to get out that was causing them to go completely bricked down below and sink like a brick. Because so far, with just a couple of them, none of them are getting into destroy area mode. Interesting. Very interesting. I've brought in some more zombies because I want to see it happen in front of me. Oh, she landed on someone's head. So did she. Approach spot. No, we're all fine. Haven't had it happen yet, but anytime I land on someone else's head, there's a chance they'll go into destroy area mode. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. For the most part, like, it really gets rid of the chance of it. No one's getting angry about it just yet. The falling into water seems to be the key parts. Because, yeah, like, they're coming out of water before, but the key factor here is they're not going to destroy everything mode, which was happening because they were falling in water before and falling into water now. I just need to be deeper so the chance of falling on someone's head isn't going to be a thing. Although so far, they're all kind of spread out, so the chance isn't really that high anyway. Ooh, she took a tumble. She's been ragdolled. And not... Ooh. Why are you in destroy area mode? Did you fall on someone's head? Potentially. I didn't see it happen, though, so I can't say equivocally that it did. I need to see it happen to be sure of it. I just saw it. I just saw it. Old mate there. She's in destroy area mode. This one floating on the surface now. She fell, she landed on someone's face, and now she's mad about it, and she's in destroy area. Okay, that works for me. Let's kill all of you. Thank you very much. And let's make the pool deeper again. I don't know if I need to extend the stairs all the way down to get the same result, or if like they can swim to the surface and get out that way if it's not too deep for them. So I'll go back to 3 deep and see if that's better. I'm not confident about it though. Like, it works for the most part, but bigger hordes are gonna have more zombies filling the pool with more zombified flesh than water, which is gonna go back full circle and cause the problem again. It's an okay solution, not a great solution. Okay, we're back to 3 deep with the stairs. Apparently they don't like being left to drown. We'll get a couple of you. But I need more than that. I need more than 10. I need 15 Arlene's. Purely so I can see if enough of them fall. Oh yeah, see, right off the bat actually. Right off the bat, someone landed on someone's noggin, and I think... No, it wasn't either of you. You're just being annoying. So I'll get rid of you at the moment because he's not part of the experiments. They're doing it again though. They're all crowding in the corner and not going up the stairs. So I'll put in some more access routes for you lot. There you go. That should stop you getting bricked. So they've got to have like stairs out, not just ladders out. I've got to keep that in mind. But at least now they're all cruising about. Any of you guys in destroy area mode yet? It's a lot of white text on the screen, but I don't think so. She is. She is, and I saw it happen right in front of me too. That one there fell on one of the other Arlene's head, so it's still not deep enough to deal with it. So even just having 1 block of water there will nullify a lot of the problem until you get to really big hordes, which is good to know. I reckon adding more water back up into there so it flows over the side instantly will give us the best result possible. It's not going to be perfect. Not everything I build is perfect. I never claimed that it would be. But it does stem the flow of destroy area mode enough to really like halve the chance almost, which kind of makes it back to normal without them being ridiculously touchy and ready to destroy bases in the blink of an eye. As much as I wish this made like a nice water feature, it's not going to. The water blocks just don't cascade. But like that would look really cool. You could have like a waterfall coming off the end there, looking lovely. Actually, I think, didn't they add a weird block? No, fall. They added a block that looks like, had like a texture of a waterfall to use in Nava's game because there's like one little drop off there. But I can't remember what it's called. It might be in debug mode maybe. I would like to use it, but it's not like a regular block, so I don't think I can. falls? No. Rapids? No. I don't know what other term you could use to call a waterfall, but it's just not in there, so never bloody mind. So a beautiful water feature is going to have to remain unbeautified. I will try to get rid of some of these extra blocks on the side though, just because they kind of annoy me. That's going down to there, that's fine. There's some all sorts of random blocks out the end here though, because it's fallen down the stairs. If I could get you to not be like that, that would be super. Alright, I just can't get rid of the water at the end of the trench, whatever I do to us. That's gonna have to stay there, I suppose. But nice. Okay, so now I have the best of both worlds. Got a pool down the bottom, which looks lovely. I've got a trench full of water there, which also looks lovely. And now I want to test if I just get myself like an AK and a bunch of 7.62s, can I shoot the zombies as they're going through the water? I don't think I can. In fact, I think even being in the water, yeah, stops you being able to shoot your gun. You go above the water, you're fine. Go under the water, can't shoot it. Can't shoot guns underwater, but I'm not in the water. We'll see if that's going to work for us. So, more Arlene's, please. Get your attention, please. Come on into the wet trench of death. I just want to know. I can't see shit though, which is making it rather difficult. There are zombies in there somewhere. So, I can shoot through the water. Very interesting. Very good to know. That's also good to know. I didn't want you to do that. They're stacking up on top of each other because I shot a couple and slowed them down. So I might need to build a cage along the top and stop them from doing that. But how we're looking on the actual experiment we're doing, not just the killing zombies thing. Yeah, a couple of them are still going into it. Like, eventually they'll get out of their destroy area time and run back from whence they came like that. It only lasts for a couple of seconds, and half that time is taken up being in the drink. So that's not that much of a problem. Definitely stems the flow a little bit. I don't know. It works okay. I don't think it's worth all the effort of getting the billion buckets of water, but as a concept, it works. I think just chucking in a couple blocks of water underneath the drop would be enough. Like, it'd have an effect for, and like value for time and effort and resources put into it. I think there's some value there, but for the most part, nah, maybe not. I'm putting in some bars just over the top. So maybe him playing The Sims, actually. I'm trapping a bunch of helpless souls in water and giving them no way out. Although I suppose, you know, they do have a way out. All I have to do is just keep on swimming like they're a little blue fish, and eventually they'll make it out the other side. Okay, nice. It's not the prettiest base. This is definitely, like, just slapping together a bunch of stuff. It's just a solid concrete wall with some water inside. It looks like a big old water gun if it was, like, mounted onto one of the ships from Halo. But either way, that looks fine. Can still shoot through it. We're all good. That should keep them where I need them to be. Yeah, it's not as effective as like that base over there, nor the killing corridor or anything else. But it's a fun little thing to build, a bit different from normal. I suppose I should run a horde through it. I don't think the horde's going to succeed very well, especially when they're going to get angry down there and start beating on stuff, but why not? Let's just see how it goes. Let's get rid of the Arlenes, let's brace it for a horde, and just see what happens. If it fails, it fails. If it wins, it wins. I'm not going to run like, you know, an entire horde night. I just want to see if the concept stands up to it, and how many zombies are going to get angry about it. Just to kind of complete the build, just putting a roof on my platform over here. I didn't really want to, but there are going to be spiders tonight. Well, I mean, there might be, so I've got to account for them, not just leave it as a platform. Normally, I say that you can, like, just build whatever you like on the other side of the killing corridor or whatever I'm doing. Leave it up to your own devices. But then I get a lot of comments of people saying that they just left it as an open platform, and why are spiders and cops attacking me? And I'm like, well, I said to build something there. To go the same along here, make that all nice and smooth through there. I'll grab the same outer shape as that one. Chuck you there, chuck you there. I may as well finish off the bars while I'm here too. All the way along. Again, using concrete bars, not iron, because concretes are lighter. There you go. Alright, it's nice and secure, nice and safe. I'll even put a little door at the back here just to remove any element of doubt. Need a way in and out of this place. May as well build that too. There we go. I think we're just about ready. Got my body planted inside. Not very safe and securely, but he's in there all the same. Again, I don't think this is a good and like impenetrable and OP horde base. It's a horde base. It's viable. It will work a little bit, but not quite as easily as some of the other designs do. So, without further ado, let's crack onto the horde. Let's get it going just like that. There we go. That's going to be nighttime. Didn't even put lanterns down to see yet, so wherever the zombies come from, we'll just have to see how it goes. So far, the pathing is working fine. Give me a couple of lanterns, though, so I can see some stuff. That one will do, and I'll just stick them around the place. Although already, some of the pathing isn't working. They're like, yeah, nah, mate, I'd rather just tunnel through to you. I was worried about that, given that my platform isn't particularly high up. I might even put, if I put in some, like, force fields around this, that might work a bit better. Hang on a second. There we go. That should work a treat. I'm not going to go through all the ins and outs of the force field again here now. I've done it before. In fact, there's an entire video dedicated exclusively to the Alpha 20 force field where I built that thing over there, explaining everything about how it works that I've already made. So go back and watch that one if you're curious. But basically, the be all and end all of it, the most important parts, arrow slots on top, supported on the outside by concrete blocks, and a big gap underneath. That's the main important ingredients of a force field, which should keep them off my column there. At least I'm pretty confident that it should, but only one way to be sure. Let's get the horde going again. Wherever they're coming from, turn on their AI so they actually move would be handy. Come on, everybody, please. Got some lanterns down now as well, so I can actually see what happens to them. So far, so good. Avoiding the column and carrying on from where I want them to go. Old mate wants to swim though. This isn't a holiday, but I need you to do some shit. You can't be going straight into the pool and beating on the tiles. So they're already in destroy everything mode. Yeah, they are too. Okay. I'm not sure why they do that. Maybe the path is too long for them. I'm not especially sure, but for the most part, most of them are doing what I need them to do, which means I could sit here and go rat-a-tat-ta and kill the ones I need to. The only downside here is that I can't use Molotovs to kill them, because if I do, they'll immediately get put out by the water. So I'm actually hamstringing myself a little bit by building this. There are some pretty serious issues with this. I'm not sure why adding the water causes problems. Like, the pathing is all there. It should all be working the same. But a couple of them just decide they're not happy about it and start destroying all my stuff anyway. Yeah, for a big horde, this isn't really a good option. It works-ish, but not well. Yeah, look, it's doing okay, but it's definitely, like, you would have to put in a lot of work to defend this. He's trying to get down to the base of the column as well. He's trying to get through the force field. It must be something to do with having water in the hallway. Like, I didn't have that problem before. It was only adding water into the trench that caused that issue. So that's something new that they've added after Alpha 17 was the last time I built one of these things way back when. They're trying to get through there. They're in destroy everything mode. A lot of them are. It would be too much hassle to defend this horde base. There are better options than this one, but I wanted to know. I wanted to find out. And now that we know if zombies fall into water, they don't go into destroy anything mode. The problem is they fall into other zombies and that triggers it. So I'm pretty happy to call it there. Again, I'm not recommending this base. I don't think it's a good option to build. With all the time and resources and water runs you'd have to do, it would just take way too long to be actually viable. Those guys are they're stuck in the force fields, to get rid of them to save the effort. That's a shame, really, though. I thought it would really work out nicely. Them going into swimming animation and slowing down is good to try and kill them, but just not really worthwhile, I don't think. I don't think this is as good as it could be. Anyway, I'm going to leave this episode here. It's a shame. It worked really well back in Alpha 17, but I suppose at some point along the way, there's been a nerf for it, and now we're dealing with this. I tried everything I could think of. If you guys have any better ideas of how to stop them going into destroy area mode, then I am all ears. Well, I'm 2 ears, but both of them have your attention. Because I'm not sure what else. I've tried hay bales, I've tried slides, I've tried water, I've tried lots of water. No, I just don't think there's a good way. I think at the moment, the destroy area mode, the trigger for that is too touchy, and they're too happy to go into it way too often. I'll have to come back, build some more bases, test some more things, and see what else we can come up with. Because I'm really enjoying base building again. It's been a little while since I devoted this much time to it, and being back and experimenting with stuff and building a Shawoodle park scattered with different bases is tickling me a little bit. It's a good trip down memory lane to be doing this again, but I'll have to come back and continue to faff about with the zombie AI in another episode, because this episode is done. So thank you guys for watching. Most of all, thank you to the patrons of Patreon who made this episode possible. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like button down below, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter. If I don't talk to you there first, I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.